creating space and time for yourself is not optional. It is essential. And if you can keep connected and honest to yourself, then you can show up most authentically, most clear in your communication and loving in your communication with those around you because you're sure of yourself. Welcome back to the Body Brew series, where I have the very great excuse to stay in my PJs a little longer in the morning, get myself a hot beverage, get cozy, and connect with you all in nice, warm, embodied chats. So today I've got with me some Earl Grey. I invite you to take a sip, get cozy, and we're going to chat about how creating space and time for yourself is not optional. It is essential. We're going to talk about filling your cup so that you can fill the cups of others and what that actually means. We're going to break that down and have chats about showing up for you and how that is essential and how that can affect the way you show up for your people. So take a sip with me. It's social season, which can feel like a sparkle, but there's also a lot of static out there during social season. During the times where we're heavily extroverted and there's more family gatherings or more gatherings with loved ones for whatever reason, it can feel really exciting and sparkly. And I love being with people. I love being with loved ones. But I also notice when my body gets overlit, a faster, more anxious voice, a tighter jaw, that kind of post-gathering replay going on in my head. And when I notice these things, that's usually my cue that I've started carrying the room with me. Not that they've noticed, but I've started to carry the room with me. If I'm like overthinking the gathering in my head and replaying it in my head, post-replay, not in a good way, like, oh, that was awesome, but like, should I have done that? Should this have happened? And is that person going to be okay? Like, I'm carrying that energy with me after the occasion. So if I'm noticing that, if I'm noticing my jaw's tight and my voice feels faster or broken or something's going on there, it's usually my cue to check in. So here's the reframe. When you're coming off the back end of a social event or you're in the midst of a big, heavy social season, a moment for you is not just a refresh, and it's not selfish. It's how you keep connection and honesty with yourself. And if you can keep connected and honest to yourself, then you can show up most authentically, most clear in your communication and loving in your communication with those around you, because you're sure of yourself. In my world, I call it kind of like seeing the leaks, the invisible ways that energy drips out when we overgive or overstay or say yes from obligation, not from a true yes within. But boundaries aren't walls. They are sacred invitations that let you connect from choice rather than from obligation or depletion. If we can redefine what boundaries are for us, and if we can redefine those spaces for ourselves as not being selfish or harsh, if we can redefine them and bring some loving essence into them and some clarity and authenticity into them, really create that space for ourselves to search what that is for us and why we're doing it, then we can show up better for others. And then that works out great for everyone, right? Not just ourselves. So here's a little micro reset you can use in between the festive seasons as we approach. Feel your feet. Place one hand on your heart or on the solar plexus. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. And you simply ask, where am I leaking energy right now? Maybe it's in DMs or endless planning or taking on too many roles as you prepare for an event with the family. Perhaps it's for Christmas Day or New Year's Day. Or maybe it's the conversations that you don't have capacity for. And try to visualize where this leak is in your body. Where do you feel this leak in your body? Whatever it is, whether it's overextension of a conversation or too many DMs or endless planning, where are you feeling that in your body? And then imagine a golden thread sealing that spot, tying it together neatly, coming back to yourself, coming back to your own energy, your own body, your own whole sovereign being. Then you can simply recite something I love to recite for myself in those moments where I'm about to exchange energy. I used to do this with my Reiki sessions as well. I love doing it before and after Reiki sessions. Is I am me and they are them, whoever you were referring to, whatever situation, social situation. Say, I am me and they are them. We are separate, but one with the divine. Or you can rephrase that, paraphrase that, however you want to. But this is something I always use, is I am me, they are them, whoever it is. We are separate, but we are one with the divine. So that calls in already that reminder that you are your own sovereign being. Come back to you, come back to your space. And remember to stay connected. We are all connected by the universal network, the collective network. And so I think having a little mantra like that, especially coming into social season, having those tiny little somatic cues, those tiny check-ins, where am I leaking energy? Where am I feeling that in my body? Visualizing that sealing off, sealing that practice with a mantra. That's just something I've come to find really useful. And there are many other ways you can do this. Play around with that. Take what I've given you and play around with it. Have fun with it. This is the Body and Brew series after all. It's all just fun and warmth and coziness. So see how you go. And just remember, this is the social season, the festive season. Come into it with love. Give yourself time and space. And remember that your boundaries and the space you create for yourself is actually coming from a place of love, because you can show up better after having space for you. It is necessary. It is essential. It is not an option. If you do try this little practice or something similar to it and you kind of like customize it for yourself, let me know what you thought of it and how you went. And I will see you at our next tea time.